In order to edit my images for my digipack and advert, I used Photoshop. Along with Final Cut Pro, I used Photoshop a lot. I was more confident and familiar with Photoshop as I had used it before. However, to get back into the swing of using it, I did a play around on an image. After this, I found that navigating around Photoshop had all come back to me. When using Photoshop, I did it in a minimalistic way. This image shown is an image I used for my advert. As you can see, it's dark and she isn't very clear. This is it before I edited it. As part of my genre, duller and muted colours are key, due to the sad themes of it. Also, the focus tends to be on the artist in most adult contemporary pop ancillary tasks. First thing to do once I've selected the image I want to use is to duplicate the layer. This is to save the original and keep it as it is, and work over it and build the layers. In order to focus more on my artist, I adjusted the levels of brightness and contrast. In order to make the artist the main focus on the page of the image, I added a new layer and blacked it out. Then I lowered the opacity. I then added my image underneath this black layer. Then I erased her out of the black layer and out of the black background, therefore bringing the focus on her. I used the sharpen tool to sharpen her facial features and her hair. This makes it crisper, clearer and more attractive for the target audience, as it allows for aspirational features to be seen, which makes the product more appealing overall. I also used the healing tool. This eliminated any blemishes or spots on her face, along with the dodge and burn tool to add highlight or more depth and shape to her face and shoulders. By highlighting certain features, it draws attention to her and makes her more appealing. I also used the dodge tool to highlight certain areas of her hair and to bring out the mid-tones. I wanted to bring out the colour around her lips more, in order to help draw attention to the artist. I made a new layer, lowered the opacity, put the image underneath it, used the black paintbrush and erased everything around her lips and kept the colour just on her lips. I used a pale pink colour. This stops it from being sexualized, whereas if I'd used red, it would have sexualized the image. This doesn't fit with adult contemporary genre and therefore would have appealed to the wrong target audience. This is my final image. I didn't want to overdo it on my image as this would stray from the look of my genre, so I kept it fairly subtle and clear with dull and muted colours.